Nicholas M. Butler said, "An expert is one who knows more and more about less and less," meaning being able to be an expert does not necessarily, or it does not always mean being in possession of great quantities of knowledge and other critical stuff that may be or may not be essential, influential, or important or meaningful in themselves, because not all knowledge that we acquire or occupy is going to be significant, important, worthy, or meaningful, because not all knowledge can be applied into all circumstances and situations that are real life and that we actually face in practicality and in actuality, because actuality has always been different from our knowledge and from our theories. So the knowledge that we acquire and that we obtain through our reading of books as well as through philosophy may not always be helpful, worthy, or practical when it comes to real life circumstances and dealing with them, or even overcoming the people's hypocrisies, discriminations, double standards, and other bad behaviors as well. And that means we basically have to learn to arrive at the separation and the isolation between the knowledge that we occupy and possess, which we use for our elevation and upliftment and character, and the knowledge that we acquire separately because of our experiences on the basis of our encounters with the other people that are again different from each other, and that again bring to the table their own character, personality, and action in one way or another. So it's all marked by complication, difficulty, and challenge that will not be easy for anyone to either understand, decipher, or deal with absolute character, wisdom, morality, maturity, etc. Because the real world is different from the internal world which we love. The knowledge that we occupy has always been internal, and it has very little to do with the external happenings and the other people around us in society, and that's why our knowledge proves to be of very little help when it comes to creating relationships, dealing with people, communications, or interactions, and so on and so forth. The list just goes on, and that means we basically have to arrive at the distinction and difference between the knowledge that we occupy and conquer by ourselves, and that must be used for our own elevation, upliftment, and overcoming of our anxieties, weaknesses, shortcomings, etc. And the knowledge that we gather on the basis of our experiences with the external world and the outside people also has to be regulated and applied separately.